Good afternoon, everyone. This is your host Prashant, and you're most welcome in our another session, Disruptive Education, on the platform of Global Education and Training Institute, Lucknow, where wisdom speaks. And today, I'm going to introduce our one of the guest speaker of the day, who believes in that learning never ends. Very young, dynamic, and element educationist, Mrs. Kawaljeet Kaur, Headmistress of N.L.K. Inter College, Kanpur, which is the oldest branch of N.L.K. group of schools. She is a professional and proud mother, has completed her MBA, specialized in human resource management in 2009, B.Ed in 2010, Masters in Economics in 2012, was one of the panelists in common interview for recruitment of clerk in 20 public sector banks in 2013. She has participated in many international and national conferences, seminars, and workshops under the banner of IIT Delhi, CMS Lucknow, and so on. Also completed 90 hours training on children with specific learning disability. So without taking much of your time, I would like to accord a general welcome to our guest speaker of the day, Mrs. Kawaljeet Kaur. Ma'am, it's over to you.
Thank you, Prashantji. Hello, everyone. First, I would like to thank Geti for giving me this opportunity to share my views on this wonderful platform and my institution for their kind support. So, I have selected the topic online education need of the hour. First emphasis will be on this, and then we'll talk about accessibility. So first would like to tell you, I am working with N.L.K group of institutions, Kanpur, from past 10 years. So I am having wonderful experience with working such a supportive seniors, staff members, and there is a reason behind selection of this topic, because the way we are dealing with would like to share with you all why it seems that an atmosphere of fighting everywhere and everyone is bent on proving each other that online education is good or bad, because parents are posting different kind of messages that it is not good for health, and there are so many harmful effects on the health, and teachers who they are really working hard, and school administration seriously they are trying to prove that we are working a lot on this. So teachers play a big role in shaping students. Mother gives birth and the guru gives life. So with this statement we can understand there is a big role of teacher in children's life, in students' life. When we talk about education, means siksha, either online or offline. We always, when we talk about child's success in education or in the life, there is a triangle of success, where at the one side or one end we can say parent is there, at the one end teacher is there, and at the another means at the third corner or side we can say child is there. Means it's a bonding, and when we all work in a team, then only we can achieve the success. So for what we are fighting actually, do you believe that is it possible that without education we can give a better future to our children? And really, this COVID-19 has bothered us to adopt this online education. And a child without education is like a bird without wings. this statement is given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. COVID-19 brought this online education as need of the hour. That's why I've taken this topic, because we all are facing this, we can say, is a problem, is a boon, we can say, when we talk about online education. So, and necessity is the mother of invention. आवश्यकता ही आविष्कार की जननी है. And there was need of this. That's why we have adopted. And in India is a country. Definitely we are growing. It's a developing country. But when we talk about technology, the things we are adopting right now might be possible after 5 to 10 years. We are doing right now. So this is the first time. This is the first time our teachers are learning, our children are learning, and parents are also learning. We all are in the learning mode. So when we try something new, definitely we have to see the positive sides of that. Otherwise, we can't achieve anything. So, do you know, most of the parents prefer that their children must go for B.Tech, medical, or any profession we select. When we specifically talk about B.Tech, what are the two sectors two lines we promote? That is computer science or IT sector. Computer science and IT sector. What is the reason? Do you have any question? Do you have any answer of this question? We all know, because there are more job opportunities in these two sectors. That's why we prefer, as parents, we prefer these two sectors for our children. I think we should be happy that our children are getting that base. Our children are able to use these gadgets in the way, really, when we were in that age, we can't imagine that we could do that. शायद नहीं कर सकते थे, और शायद किया भी नहीं. But the way our children are really using. But every coin has two sides. हर सिक्के के दो पहलू होते हैं. That as parent, we have to think how judicially they are using. Because when we are giving any kind of facility, any gadget to our children, that is our responsibility to see how judicially they are using. And would like to share one more research. I have gone through the Google and just collected this data. According to US Bureau of Labor Statistics, there will be 13% increase in computer science jobs in 2026. So this is a sector, really, if we are training our children, just take it as a training for your children. We can imagine these things which really we want after few years, when our child will be passed out class 12th, and we are getting right now. So I am working, as I have told you, in N.L.K group of schools, Kanpur, from past 10 years, and we have 10 branches in Kanpur, and one of the branches, PKMC, this is Pushpa Khanna Memorial Center, and here we are dealing with the children who they are differently abled, autistic. So when I have completed my training, really I came to know that how I don't say it's difficult. Really, it needs lots of efforts, to deal with these children, and that understanding is needed. When those parents are appreciating these kind of classes, online classes, and more than 161, 300 parents are attending the webinars to help out their children. So you must understand this thing. This is the need of the hour. Again and again, I'm emphasizing in this that this is the need of the hour and we have to understand. So here we are witnessing, as I've told you, the parents who they are appreciating, and but many parents are there. Even in our group, few are there, not many, I will say. Many are satisfied. Everywhere we are getting the data, we are just going through the news that parents are just against these online mode of learning because it is not good for the health. Our eyes get affected. Would like to tell you one thing: who they are handicapped, who they are having any kind of physical disability, do they stop the learning? Even I have collection of videos where physically disabled persons are taking part in Olympics. They are taking part in different kinds of sports. So that willpower is needed. And really, who gives that willpower? Our parents, our colleagues, our friends. Really, there is a big role of society in that. And more than that, our family. So when our family is in support, and there is a word impossible, and impossible itself says I am possible, so nothing is impossible. So friends, if we go to see the impossibilities, really it's difficult to do anything in the life. And when we see the positive side of something, everything is possible. So one more topic which I have included in this, unfortunately it is included, but there were two different topics. Those two are merged by chance. So would like to cover that also. Accessibility, when we talk about accessibility, कैसे उपलब्ध कराया जाए, because the best option all the schools are adopting, that is why Zoom classes, Zoom or Google, these are the ways or modes, the apps we are utilizing to give online learning. But if we talk about rural areas, if we talk about the areas in which network issues are there, connectivity issues are there, so what actually we are doing, teachers are really making lots of efforts in making the videos we are uploading on YouTube, so that as per the availability of internet, and they can access those things. Even voice calls, text messages, video calling, video conferencing, many modes are there. And we should not stick on something that we will adopt only this thing. We should not, we can say, we should not stick to something. We should go for various possibilities. And we should know the customer demand. I'm using the word customer because in MBA I've studied in marketing and HR. So we should provide the services as per the customer demand. Sorry to use this word because there is no we can't deal our parents, our students as customer. But this statement I'm using, just taking an example. So how we can provide the services, and nowadays cannot focus on only the product. This is not only product market. This is also service market. So services are more valuable. If you are having any product but you don't have the strategy to market it, so we have to focus on packaging, we have to focus on so many things are there, how to present it. So presentation also matters a lot. So we have to focus on all the things, and we have to check the we have to check what kind of parents, what kind of gentry is there we are dealing with. Accordingly, we can adopt the things, like in our group, in our school, we are adopting so many ways to provide services, to provide best learning to our children. So, uh, Shanji, do you have any question, or should I continue?
Yes, ma'am. Most of time, ma'am, it happens like if I talk about the basically in India, like there are so many challenges regarding the online education, the lack of motivation, and the sometimes it's limited social interaction also. Even if I talk about like the Zoom classes are like the digital education, the language of the course, it matters a lot. So do you have any insight or any kind of solution regarding that? Because in most of time, as we can see in India, those like the learner who is knowing only the Indian languages, that can be hamper their learning and as well as the online classes. I think so.
Thank you, Prashantji. That's why I'm telling you, we have so many videos, we have much content on Google, but how we are utilizing that, this matters a lot. That's why there is role of teachers, there is role of institution. Because if we feel that if child will drop out for 1 year and we can rejoin the school after a year, we can save the fees. But if we'll adopt directly, we'll take the data from the Google, are we able to provide the best learning to our child? Because here what we are doing, sometimes as per the need of the child, we have to be bilingual. करना पड़ता है. Because
Correct.
to address all the parents, to address all the children who they are coming in our school, definitely due to their family background or other reasons, they are not uh, much fluent, or we can say they are not able to grasp the things. So we help out them, and definitely our team of teachers can do that. If we feel that it's we can get the data from the Google and we can provide to our children. So it's quite difficult in this scenario. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. There's another question from viewer side. Like, if a child doesn't like to sit with electronic gadgets, again, it's a part of the motivation, I think so. Is if a child doesn't like to sit with electronic gadgets, then how can we make him friendly with all these?
Actually, I it's I have said impossible always says possible, but it's next to impossible. A child doesn't like the gadgets because I have seen my
Super correct.
nephews, 1 year old, and they love the mobile and gadgets, and they get attracted towards the gadgets in place of toys. So if your child is actually don't like to work on that, would like to say one add on one more thing. When we are talking about parents, when we are talking about children, some responsibility is there on our teachers also.
Correct.
Because when we talk about vibes, really it works, I believe. When we are something giving with positivity, definitely the person who is front of us will take it positively. And when we are actually working only for salaries, we actually this will not give that impact. We can take example of Eklavya. We can take example in history. There are so many examples of Guru Shishya. So
Correct.
वैसा शिष्य चाहने के लिए हमें वैसे शिक्षक वैसा गुरु बनना पड़ेगा, because we have to be guru like that. So if child is not interested in gadgets or these, definitely as teachers we have to uh, definitely there is need to talk to parent, there is need to talk to child, and we can together we can go for some solution, and we have to make our content interesting so that our child will be interested in that.
Nice, ma'am. Once again, ma'am, there's another question. There's another thought. It has been like blasting in my inner side. Like, do we need to create new protocols of online curriculum transition and monitor teachers' performance?
uh, Definitely, because we have to, because we don't know uh, when the orders will come to see this scenario that school will reopen, and
Correct.
monitoring is really very important, because we have to check the content we are providing to our children. So we have to check the content, the way of delivery of that content, and really this is highly required. And when we go for uh, face to face, like Zoom is the option, Google is the option, these are the best options in place of we are just posting the audios and children are listening that and doing the work. So these are the things really are helpful. But I have said, if there is problem in the rural areas or other areas where there is problem of connectivity, definitely we have to go for other options. And in future, if these things will be continued, so we have to check and we have to make this online learning more impactful.
Nice. Nice, ma'am. Uh,
So
so, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
yes, sir.
So, ma'am, like since you are in education since 2003, like learning and teaching, so there's another question I would like to ask, like, how will the school heads, like, since you are heading as a headmistress in your organization, so how will the school heads address the challenges of the quality and effectiveness of online learning?
uh, Sir, we have so many channels. So many channels are there, and I know about CMS Lucknow, how they work on quality assurance. They have different departments for quality assurance, and here also we have separate departments to ensure the quality of the content. Uh, First, the teachers who they are working. Uh, we in advance actually pre-planning and pre-preparation, we can use the word, that is highly required to deliver something, and we have to do homework for that. And if the leader is active, definitely team is bothered to be active. That is, there is no choice. So when as a leader, I have learned this thing from our director, sir, Dr. Abhishek Chaturvedi. I've learned this thing from him. He's one man army. So
Yes.
I am just learning these things, still learning so many things from sir, that he works day and night. You can, if you by chance you are posting any message at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, quickly you will get the reward. So time is no foundation. For so many persons are here in our team, in our group, who they really are not bothered about the time limits. So this is the reason, and that we are successfully, we have started a new branch this year that named as N.L.K Academy, and we have CBSC, ICSC, state board, all board schools except IB board in Kanpur. So quality assurance can be quality assurance that can be maintained when there are proper channels to check, and it's when all are taking their responsibilities. This is very, very important, and those things actually transfer from higher authorities to the uh, other, means we can say from top to bottom. So those things transfer. So this is the only reason we are working in a team, and we are trying to give quality education, and we are dealing here, actually we are dealing with the uh, people, you can say, or middle or lower middle class children are studying here. So it's a big thing if they are ensuring the admission of their ward in English medium school. We are actually providing quality education in low cost, you can say. So every kind of gentry comes in our schools, and we are trying hard to provide them quality education. Yes, Abhishek ji, any other question?
No, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for the wonderful insights. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for the wonderful insights, and I hope it would be very beneficial for the school heads, parents, and the teachers also, as well as the children too. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this session, Disruptive Education, under the banner of Global Education and Training Institute. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for your valuable time. Thank you so
Thank you,
much to
sir.
our team and the director, ma'am, Dr. Sunita Gandhi, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank